If you're trying to change, but you find yourself falling back into old patterns over and over again, it's like this endless loop of you trying so hard to change, but yet you find yourself doing and thinking the same things over and over again. And you're wondering, how do I escape this loop of being myself? Why is this so hard? And it's so hard because 95% of you is acting automatically. You're acting and thinking and feeling from an unconscious, subconscious state. You're doing things out of instinct. You just do, or you just think, or you just feel, because that's what you've been doing. It feels familiar. It's your programming. It's what you're programmed to do. But what I want you to realize is that when you catch yourself acting automatically, acting out of instinct, you switch over from being unconscious to being conscious. You're now aware that you're doing it. That's all it takes. And you've already done that. If you sit back and go, oh, I'm repeating this old mistake again, or I'm back in the same situation, or I'm having that same old familiar feeling again, well, that is you being aware. And awareness is the key to changing, because it takes you being aware to actually change. People who are unconscious, I call them like sleepwalking. They're just acting automatically, acting from that autopilot, unconscious part of themselves, and they're not even aware of it. They don't even notice it. Maybe you can see it in them, but they can't see it in themselves. And once you switch over from being this participant to the listener, to the person who's not partaking in those thoughts, you're just observing them. You allow yourself to feel that feeling, to think that thought, without holding on to it, without gripping onto it, without needing to control it. That little moment is going to change your life. It already has. If you're watching this video, you're probably already someone aware, awake. You already understand what I'm talking about. And so I want you to stop being so hard on yourself and realize that you're already halfway through the transformation because you are aware of this. Back a long time ago when I decided to be vegetarian, I saw this video and it really impacted me to the point where I was like, I am going to be a vegetarian. I don't want to eat meat ever again. And so I made this decision to change, right? I wanted this new version of me to be vegetarian. So a few days go by and I'm at the mall with my friends and we decide to go get some lunch. And what do I do out of instinct? I go up to the Asian, I forget what place, it was some sort of Asian food, fast food, and I ordered teriyaki chicken. Without even thinking, I acted out of that subconscious, unconscious part of me. I was acting out of habit. I had been to this fast food place many times with my friends and I had ordered this exact same meal. And so even though I wanted to be a vegetarian, I had made that up in my mind that I wanted this change. All of a sudden, I was acting out of instinct. I was unconscious. And I sat down and I literally started eating the chicken. And halfway through eating my meal, I became aware. I stopped and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm eating chicken. What am I doing? I had already decided I wasn't going to eat meat anymore. And here I am eating meat. And I was so frustrated and disgusted with myself in a sense that I stopped eating the chicken. I pushed it away. And in that moment of realization, in that moment of being aware and awake, I made the total shift over. It only took that one moment of being awake and conscious of my actions, of my habit, of that old habit. I woke up from that sleep and I said, oh my gosh, I made the decision to become vegetarian and I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to, from now on, remain aware of everything I'm eating. I will become conscious before I'm eating, before I put something in my mouth. I will make sure that it's vegetarian. And that's all it took for me was that one moment. And it can take just one moment to completely shift yourself from where you are to where you want to be. And it only takes that one conscious realization of, oh my gosh, I'm doing this again. Oh my gosh, I'm acting out of instinct. I'm not being conscious. I'm not purposefully thinking before I act. And all awareness is you noticing. It's you noticing what you're eating. Like if you decide to start a certain diet or just eating healthier, But then you find yourself in the old habits and the old routines of eating junk food and watching TV and mindlessly eating. My phone literally just overheated. So let me backtrack to what I was saying. So yeah, if you're on a diet and you're mindlessly eating and then you catch yourself and you become aware, oh my gosh, I'm doing it again. That's all it takes, is that one shift of, I'm aware of what I'm doing. I'm awake to what I'm doing. I'm not acting unconsciously. I'm consciously choosing to pay attention to what goes into my mouth. Every time you catch yourself, you are shifting to that future version of you. You are making that change. You are already doing it just by being aware. It doesn't take a lot of effort other than just being awake to your actions, to your habits, to your thoughts, to your feelings. So I hope that this video was helpful and that you are now aware. I have helped you shift today into that conscious state. You're no longer acting unconsciously. So I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video.